Hey, what's up, everyone? Since the topic of UFOs has become quite prevalent right now, I decided to share a few encounters of my own of, well, some animal mutilations. Now, this documentary here called The UFO Phenomenon, Channel 7 News Spotlight,
It's been able to remove cows only
right
without
there.
blood everywhere, and not only that, there's no struggle with.
So, what they describe is similar but not exact to what I've encountered. So several years ago, some UFO activity began, and along with some Sasquatch activity at my Nana's property. She was not a believer of certain things. She's witnessed UFOs when my uncle was around. He had an encounter of this what appeared to be a living organism. He said it looked like a living brain, like literal organs hanging down from it. And he said he reached for his gun, and as he did, it just took off. And my Nana and aunt witnessed that thing. They saw it take off to the sky, into space, faster than anything imaginable, they said. Well, my uncle has witnessed things that are very similar to what I deal with. Hearing creatures that go like... I've witnessed that. I've heard it. I'll never forget when he discussed something with me and said, I have a question for you. He said, have you ever heard... He said it's as if they were communicating, and I said, oh my goodness, yes. I made that exact sound to my parents, telling them I heard it on the hill. And it's something hard to explain, and it's something you really just can't put into words, but I'm trying. So I'll share a few of the encounters that he shared with me. But the other experience that I had was, well, my Nana had several cows that went missing. We had several cats that went missing, and then and still some of our animals vanish. But we had animal mutilations. We had cat mutilations back in 2008 and into 2009. 6 or so in a row of our cats. Yellow cats, we had lots of cats at that time. They just got cut open, cleanly cut, drained of blood. One organ was left. Neck was drained back, and neck was leaned back, and they were traumatized, laid there next to the garage. Then I saw this strange black-legged creature thing that went like crawled off into the garbage pile we used to burn when they allowed you to, and it disappeared. At that time, we were witnessing a lot of animal mutilations. Our cats would be cut surgically, incisions, perfect incisions, just cut through the middle of the body and laid there for us to see, like, look what they did. A few years back, I didn't see, they tried to come up with a logical explanation. 2 or 3 cows in a row of my Nana's cows got something strange happened to them. Decades before that, both I think in our family, our side and my daddy's side, or her side, my side and daddy's side of the family, that happened. I think they never thought anything else about it. One of the cows were dead with an incision in their neck, almost like a needle incision, a hole. They had a hole in their neck, not by a bullet or anything like that, but just a hole, like a surgical incision. But on my Nana's property, they just said, oh, lightning must have struck it. The cow was found dead, with its eyes out, and just bloated. Completely bloated. And the guts were mesh. Fast forward weeks later, another cow of my Nana's got killed on my Nana's property. And it was in the pond. This cow died in the pond. And it was just it was like, almost like floating there. It was really weird. It had bloated. The cow had bloated. And there was a hole in the gut where it had spun. It was like burst. The gut had burst. And there was a hole in it. The entire insides, the entire guts of that cow had become a mushy mesh. I took pictures years ago, but I didn't even want to look back at them. So I don't know where they're at. I wish I had saved them in a way. But the guts of this cow were just a mesh. It looked like just, that's all I know to describe it, a mushy mesh. And it was something, really. And they had to drag this cow off into the woods. They had to get it out of that area where the other cows were. And they had to get it out of the pond. And they drug it into the other woods. But that cow, nothing, animals would look at it, smell of it, and walk away. Nothing would have anything to do with it. Vultures, buzzards would not even touch it. They would look at it and just back away. That's the odd thing about it. It stayed there for a week, and it stunk. But the animals wouldn't touch it. Coyotes, foxes, wolves, birds, the buzzards and stuff, nothing would touch that cow. They didn't want anything to do with the mesh. And it's almost, and the eyes were gouged. The eyes popped out of its face and were dangling. The eyes were dangling out of the sockets. And the skin was peeled back. Almost as if it got radiated. Or just electrocuted. They just come up with the explanation that lightning had struck the cow. What do you think happened? But that was something. The cow the skin was peeled back, or the hide was just peeled back and practically just singed off, and the eyes burst out of the skull, out of their sockets, and there was a burst hole in the belly, in the abdomen, and mesh was coming out. The insides, there were no more guts. It had just become radiated, and it had become mesh. Their insides, the inside of the cow had become mesh. And no animal would touch it. Not even the buzzards. So that's a personal story. Let me know what you think about it. Peace, and signing out. Much love, everyone.